Not clickbait, yes, actual MSRP, and Nvidia might be finally phasing out the 1080 Ti. What's up guys, I'm here at my channel GearedInc, where I get to share what I'm passionate about with you. To my channel, it's PC tech, games, and gear. Before we get into today's topic, for you guys who follow me on Instagram and Twitter, yes, the Asus AIO240 review is coming along nicely. I finally got a lot of the bugs worked out, so hopefully that video is going to be out very soon. Some of you have been DMing me, just know that video is coming, but man, there was a lot of bugs I had to work out with this thing. I'm going to get into that in a different video. So today's topic, very exciting. We finally have confirmation that an add-in board partner is releasing the RTX 2080 for MSRP. Now, I waited back on this news. It's actually been circulating for a couple days because the last time I had discovered what I thought was MSRP, I was unfortunately let down and I didn't want to get anyone's hopes up or present false information, so I waited a little bit. But yes, EVGA has listed the 2080 Ti for the actual MSRP that the cards are supposed to be at, not the Founder Edition cost. Now, obviously, you're gonna have to turn on auto notify and hope you're one of the lucky few when that comes into stock if you're trying to snag it at that price point. But something that I noticed that kind of flew under the radar is that EVGA actually released on Newegg the 2080 for MSRP, and that's available to buy as of the filming of this video. So you can actually get a 2080 Ti and now a 2080 at MSRP, and the 2080 is available for purchase as of now. So the question becomes, should you buy it? Well, through looking through the different cards and kind of what was available, something I noticed kind of took me aback a little bit. So Nvidia has stated that they're going to continue to basically supply and support current Pascal cards through the holiday season, and we know that their more budget options are coming down the road, specifically the 2080 and the 2050, because we know that their laptops are going to be having those cards, the cut down versions featured in them, so those are still coming down the line. But what's interesting is it appears that Nvidia is phasing out the 1080 Ti to force us to essentially purchase the RTX GPUs. The reason I say this is that the only 1080 Ti that I could actually find for a comparable price was the Zotac 1080 Ti for actually a little bit more than what the EVGA 2080 is selling for. Now, a lot of people haven't hopped on the 2080 because it's the exact same performance and because you could get a 1080 Ti for cheaper, especially if you're willing to buy it used. Here in the United States, you can get it for right around 500 bucks. That being said, and when you look through the chart of now in stock, what you notice is that a lot of these cards haven't been resupplied within the last 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks in some situations, so it appears that they're actually being completely phased out. Now, this would make a lot of sense from Nvidia's perspective because they want us to upgrade to their new cards, they want us to adapt new technology. And I've already stated that DLSS is an actual reason I would buy an RTX GPU, because that to me seems like a better bet if you're actually going to hope that developers support the software, especially because there's already 25 games coming out from it and there's a bunch of developers saying they're going to continue to try to support it, versus ray tracing, which we've kind of heard very little on as far as if that's actually going to be something developers are going to heavily work on into 2019. It looks like very soon you're going to have very little choice unless you're willing to buy the used market. However, a $1,000 RTX 2080 Ti is a much easier pill to swallow, because if you're going to buy a 1080 Ti brand new or a 2080, the average performance increase is about 30%. I'm basing that off of all the different reviewers and tech enthusiasts I watch personally. And so what we basically get now is essentially the value which we should get, where the 2080 seems a lot more appealing than it did just a little while ago. And the 2080 Ti, obviously it's still an expensive card, but the performance to dollar ratio makes a little more sense. However, things have been complicated because essentially the 2080 Ti has been having a ton of issues. There have been reports of black screens, cards basically just dead on arrival, blue screens of death. It's been a nightmare for Nvidia. They've actually officially kind of come out with a statement, and it seems that it's kind of basically collected around the 2080 Ti Founders Edition, but 2080 Ti's period have been having these issues, and a couple of the 2080s as well. So hopefully it is not an architectural problem with Turing, but something that can be either patched through a firmware or software update with the Nvidia cards themselves. If you remember, the 1080, when that originally released, had a lot of problems with the VRMs overheating. I actually had to RMA my card personally because I was having those issues initially with the GPU, and I bought it like day one. It looks like Nvidia is taking away choices, but we're finally getting options as far as the actual value of these cards being released at MSRP, which is a great thing. For anyone who's an enthusiast anyway, we'll still have to wait and see when those budget GPUs are coming out, or more mid-tier like the 2060 and 2050 and 2060 Ti potentially. So those should be coming out down the road. Hopefully, maybe we'll see some news by the end of the year, but I'm expecting more like Q1 of 2019 for that stuff to actually become available for purchase, but we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to go over this video really quickly with you and be very excited that we're finally seeing some cards at MSRP, as well as caution you if you're going to be buying these cards. 2080 Ti looks a little bit rough right now, but obviously if you can snag it at $1,000, I think that's actually an okay value. It still feels a little bit bad, but not as bad as it could be. So if you like this video, you can go ahead and leave me a big thumbs up, but if you didn't, you can leave me a big thumbs down. Remember to get subscribed and hit the bell icon if you want to get updates on videos, because YouTube's algorithm won't notify you. For some reason, a lot of these videos don't get notified, not just me. A lot of YouTubers are having this problem right now. Thanks as always to my patrons, my people who watch me on Twitch and subscribe there, and everyone who uses my Amazon affiliate links. Currently, the 2080 can only be getting through Newegg for that MSRP cost, so you're not going to be able to get through Amazon, or at least I couldn't find it. But if you want to support me by using my Amazon affiliate link for anything you're buying PC gear related or just whatever, please do. It helps the channel. I'm completely self-funded. Let's hit 12,500 subs by 2019, guys, and we will do another giveaway. I've given away GPUs and CPUs and gift cards. We've had a lot of fun on my channel. I like doing giveaways, help me grow, and that directly feeds into my ability to do these giveaways. So anyway, guys, I hope you watch these videos, but whether you do or not, I'm gonna continue to make them anyway, and I hope to see every single one of you next time here on GearedInc. And that's why Nvidia is going, they're going somewhere. EVGA is finally listing these cards at You think Jensen swims in a big pool filled with money?